everybody, Nick with you. Thank you for joining me on my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Well, the Stanley Cup Playoffs are in the books for 2023. Time for a bit of a recap and another thing I like to call playoffs by the numbers. So, of course, we had the Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights. We'll go game by game. Now, honestly, we all thought, based on how Florida was playing and a little bit on how both teams were playing, really, that this would be a far closer series than it actually was. But, Vegas kind of, got the ball going in game one with a 5-2 victory and a 7-2 victory in game two, and they really didn't let go. They didn't really put their foot off the gas at any real point. I mean, even with like the 3-2 overtime victory for Florida in game three, it didn't really slow down Vegas' momentum at all. Florida may have gotten a little bit with that too, but that all went away with the late heroics of Aiden Hill in the Vegas net for game four. Right near the last little bit of that, Vegas was able to hold on for the 3-2 victory. And I guess Florida just ran out of gas because, game five, it was 6-1 after two periods, and Vegas ended up winning it 9-3. That's probably the most goals scored by a team in the Cup final since 1991 when Pittsburgh beat Minnesota 8-0. So that said, Vegas wins the series 4-1. They are the Stanley Cup champions for 2023. They are the fastest team to win their first Stanley Cup. Took only 6 seasons. Of course, the record was 7 when Philly did it in 1974. Of course, Jonathan Marchessault has been a Golden Knight since day one. Winner of the Conn Smythe Trophy. Played all 22 games for Vegas, 13 goals, 12 assists, and 25 points. So the final recap, the playoffs by the numbers. 88 games are played in total in these playoffs. Oddly enough, the road team won more games, but the home team scored more goals. You look at it, the road team with 47 wins, 15 of them in overtime, and 273 goals, which is an average of 3.10 goals per game. Home team, however, only won 41 games, and 9 of those were in overtime, scoring 280 goals, 4 goals per game after 3.18. So they had the edge there. They kind of had the edge there a little bit. And of course, going back to some of the stats that I gave you last time I had the whiteboard out. Most games by one team in the playoffs was Montreal with 11 back in 1993. They won 10 of those. Most overtime games in a playoff year is 28. That was in that year as well. When Montreal last won the Cup 30 years ago. And then 3 years ago in the playoff hub. There's a little asterisk beside there. I don't know whether you can see it. But I put that there because, those 28 games included some that were in the Stanley Cup qualifier. So there were like 5 rounds in those playoffs. This year, the overtime totals was 24. That's 9th in the all-time list. And of course, most overtime games in one series is still 6 actually. That was set in 2011, 2012. Arizona beating Chicago in 6 games. Sorry, Arizona. No, it was 5. My mistake. Yeah. Try this again. Most overtime games in one series was 5. That record was last met in 2016-2017. Washington beating Toronto in 6 games. 5 of those games into overtime. They were all decided by a goal. 2011-2012 Arizona over Chicago. That was in 6 games and 5 of them went to overtime. And then the 1950-51 season. The asterisk beside there is because that series only went to 5 games. So every game in that series, and it was a cup final, by the way, went to overtime. It was Toronto 4-1 over Montreal in that series. And at the risk of sounding like a broken record, of course, the most memorable part of that series was the overtime goal in Game 5, scored by Bill Barilgo. of course, that's been immortalized in that tragically hit song 50 Vision Cap. So yeah, that's pretty much a wrap on the 2023 Stanley Cup Playoffs, the NHL season entirely. All's left now is the draft next week and then free agency in July. So we'll see what happens in that and who goes where. Should be fun to watch. And in case anyone's wondering about the jersey that I'm wearing here, this was a custom one that I had made. My name on the back. And I had this done at fansidea.com, and I gotta tell you, this looks a lot better than I thought it would. A lot better than I thought it would. I got super excited to open this, and then I took the pictures and everything, but yeah, you gotta admit, this is super cool. And no, I'm not counting this as an Oilers jersey, in case anyone's wondering. Although I could put an Oilers jersey on here, and you'd be none the wiser. It does look good, I will say. But if I ever need or want to get another custom jersey made, I know exactly where to go. fansidea.com. If you have any ideas, by all means, go there. They're pretty good for price, pretty good for selection, and obviously the quality of the jersey, the final product, is really amazing. I'm still super excited about this jersey. But that's going to do it for now. If you have anything you liked about these playoffs, let me know in the comment section below. Also, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Subscribe to Nick Adams on YouTube. And click on that bell so you'll know about future uploads. We'll see you again.